Well, I guess this one was inevitable. I don't want to review this. Especially after the pain-in-the-ass day I've had today. Getting really pissed off with the amount of work I have. Especially with an algebra quiz tomorrow. I seriously don't want to review this. But Brony analysts gotta do what the Brony analysts gotta do. Let's get this over with. This is putting your hoof down. Be very afraid. So this episode begins at Fluttershy's cottage as she manages to gather all her animals for lunchtime. Oh god, they just had dinner and I'm already stuffed. So as the animals pretty much play King of the Hill, they don't listen to a single thing. Again, the bunny's name is Angel, and yet he's acting like an asshole. So yeah, as I said, Angel decides to act like an egomaniacal brat, and so now Angel decides to act like Alan Gregory and pretty much be an egomaniacal sociopath and act like a spoiled brat to get what he wants. And all at the same time continue his domestic abuse to be an asshole towards Fluttershy. So anyways, after the theme and Fluttershy goes out to try to get and we get to the episode's major problem.
Excuse me, I think you just stepped in front of me. Excuse me, I think you made a mistake. That is actually your first and sorry, didn't notice you there.
And let's add whatever her name is to the list of ponies who are going to act like assholes in this episode.
I know.
Really? We're insulting...
I think you just cut in front of me.
A cut of celery? This is the asparagus stand.
Really? We're insulting the elderly now? We're not even like 5 minutes in and already this episode... is already frying my brain.
I said, I think you just cut in front of me.
Oh, no need, dearie. I'm already in front.
And that's gonna be pony asshole number 2. And then we get these two bitches.
Do you mind moving back? You're in my personal space.
Ugh. And you make them even more stereotypical than the stupid tween girls in that stupid selfie song. Really? Hell, while we're at it, I'm betting at some point we're going to get a pony pie version of that stupid selfie song, and I think these two would be the mean-spirited bitches who talk behind everyone's backs.
But seriously? Do you need your asparagus so badly? Get a life.
And let's add those to pony assholes numbers 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. There's no rush.
So Pinky and Rarity see what happened, and they try to cheer her up.
Oh, it's really no big deal.
It's bigger than big. It's double big. You are born with a problem.
When did Pinky get this serious? As literally, the last episode I just reviewed, she was always happy, apologetic, and was always smiling. Now apparently the smile is just now straight up missing.
What happened?
So Pinky and Rarity demonstrate what Fluttershy's problem is, and that she's a pushover.
First.
Right there. That's the problem. You've got to stop being such a doormat.
A doormat?
A pushover, darling. You've got to stand up for yourself. Promise us.
Okay, I promise.
So just when Fluttershy's about to try it out, some nerd takes the last asparagus. And what's the conclusion? Rarity decides to flirt with him.
Who? Me?
Of course you. No pony ever called you handsome before.
That'd be a big no.
Really? We're now insulting the nerd stereotypes now?
Well, sure. How about flexing some of your muscles for me?
Oh, my heavens.
Do you think a strong, handsome stallion such as yourself could give my friend
luckiest dude in his life.
That's not so hard, is it?
I guess not.
That's what I said. What else is on your list?
Let's see. I also need tomatoes.
So Fluttershy gets some tomatoes, and it's time to add asshole pony number 5.
That'll be 2 bits, not 1.
But last week it was only 1 bit.
That was then, this is now.
Hey, it's actually one of the books I just finished reading. That's actually the title. If you haven't read it, I say check it out. Oh God, there's more episodes. Okay, so Pinky then tries to stick up for Fluttershy, and we get an incredibly unfunny bit with the 2 ponies acting like gigantic jackasses.
1 bit is the right price.
I'm saying it's 2 bits.
Why do I have the feeling that the majority of the background ponies are going to be assholes?
2 bits. 1 bit. 1 bit.
Get on with it! So Fluttershy sees the cherry, which is what the recipe needs, and she pretty much explains.
There's 1 cherry left. You see, I'm making a special meal for my bunny angel. He's a very picky. So there's some recipe calls for a cherry on top.
And did you forget to tell him that your bunny angel is also a gigantic douchebag? Like an evil rival with like height and egos that holds even bigger than Rigby, Eric Cartman, and Alan Gregory? Just pointing that out there.
Here you go.
So, you say you need this cherry very badly.
Oh, yes. I'm desperate for it.
Then it'll be 10 bits.
And there's pony asshole number 6. Okay, seriously, am I the only one who's still a little bothered by the fact that Hasbro is still making my gender either stupid, one-dimensional, with me punching bags, and now they're trying to make us like cheapskate assholes. Ugh. Okay, so Fluttershy tries everything she can that Rarity and Piggy throw him, ultimately backfires.
Case 20 bits.
And the salesman decides to act like an even bigger asshole, and then does this.
Why are you wasting my time?
I'll give you 2 bits for that cherry.
So, that's a break, kid. Next time, don't be such a doormat. Okay, so as if things Angel isn't satisfied and literally kicks Fluttershy out of the house, and then she needs a workshop for a character named Iron Will. And so in desperation, Fluttershy decides to go, but is still nervous. Really? We're now leaning towards physical violence for ponies to be assholes? Might as well add pony asshole number 7. Oh, and by the way, before we continue, later on in the episode, you know the 7 assholes I mentioned throughout the first act? Well, we never see them again, and they suffer absolutely no consequences. Just wanted to point that out there, because we're going to talk about that later. So apparently it's still the goat. Oh, then. Really? Now doing an homage to Eye of the Tiger. Well, hey, it could be worse. It could be a line still by Katy Perry. So thus we are introduced to Iron Will. And how much you want to bet he's going to act like an asshole?
My name is Iron Will, and today is the first day of your new life. I want to hear you sob if you're tired of being a pushover. Sob if you're tired of being a doormat. Sob if you want to pay nothing for this seminar.
What the hell does that even mean? Okay, yeah, I hate to be a buzzkill because I know there are some people out there who like this episode. Thank you, Bernie. But just like the Flim and Flam brothers, Iron Will is even more one-dimensional. Okay, I will give the Flim and Flam brothers this. They at least had a little bit of
charisma in them in Super Speedy, and admittingly, they do get even more charisma in Leap of Faith if we're ever going to get to that episode. But Iron Will, on the other hand, is somehow even more boring and comes off as the stereotype who wants to be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
That's no joke, friends. Iron Will is so confident that you will be 100% satisfied with Iron Will's assertiveness techniques that if you are not 100% satisfied, you pay nothing. But I pity the fool who doubts
Mr. T reference, anybody?
Iron Will's method. You don't doubt me, do you?
Alright, so long story short, the goats pick Fluttershy to go into the back, and Iron Will tries to teach her some assertive techniques.
Be assertive. Never apologize when you can criticize.
Yeah, like how I'm criticizing this episode for being a big pile of dog shit. Long story short, it ends up working for Fluttershy, and Iron Will sees business opportunity.
My techniques can work for this size of pony, then they can work for any pony.
And we're only in the first act. So the next day, Fluttershy is about to do her assertiveness training as she basically...
Watering those petunias again.
Let the professionals handle it.
Wait, wasn't he the guy who said that he'll be Fluttershy's friend at Best Night Ever? And now he's acting like an asshole toward him? So Fluttershy finally decides to use her new techniques and finally gives him what he deserves. Sadly, he's the only asshole in this episode who does get what he deserves.
Well, perhaps that is enough water.
Thank you. I can't believe it worked.
And now we're about to get into hell.
Show pony business is tough.
So then we cut to Best Pony and Bon Bon.
I laugh at everything.
By the way, I'm really good at getting background ponies. And then Fluttershy decides to use her assertive training on them.
Would you mind moving your cart so I can pass? Yeah, in a minute. I just want to finish up this story. And so the doggy says to the mule.
I thought you said it was a joke.
Ahem. Can you move? You're blocking my path. Yeah, in a minute.
Okay, first of all, Fluttershy can fly. Why doesn't she just pick her up her wings and blow over them?
So the dog...
Oh wait, no, I forgot. This is an episode where they want to try to make the element of kindness act like a gigantic douchebag and try to make her mean-spirited as possible. Like that.
Easy does it, lady. We're moving, okay? Good.
And so we get even more ponies who act like assholes, and Fluttershy doesn't take it well. So Rarity and Piggy take interest who knows Fluttershy's techniques, and then after that...
And new Fluttershy feels pretty stoked about new Fluttershy.
Well, old Pinkie Pie feels really proud of new Fluttershy. Proud as pink punch. What's up?
And then this happened.
Laugh at me, I laugh at you. Bye, girls.
What the fuck just happened? So yeah, now everybody is totally terrified of the element of kindness, and what does she do? Some guy takes a taxi cab, and then Fluttershy decides to go and rap and literally beat the shit out of him. Is this supposed to be funny?
Pushes new Fluttershy around.
Is this literally supposed to be funny?
I'm not so sure new Fluttershy is such a good idea after all.
Old Rarity agrees.
Is this supposed to be funny? It isn't. It just comes off as cruel and mean-spirited so far. Because, again, getting back to what I was saying earlier, all the asshole ponies in the first act of the episode, they suffer no consequences, yet all the other ponies who are kind-hearted, who we've only seen in the second half, get beaten by Fluttershy. And now we're about to get the third act doesn't prove much better as Fluttershy continues to act like an asshole to everybody. And once again, decides to beat the ever-living shit out of him. And then does this.
Do you know how to get to
But
the
when he...
Tower?
Sure, yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
You make me lose, I blow my fuse.
Oh hey, you found the tower. Okay, now, I'm going to be straight with you. Up until the third act of the episode, a lot of the humor in this episode was sort of cringeworthy, awkward, and stupid, but nothing to write home about. And then this happens.
Fluttershy, what are you doing? That's no way to behave. Didn't you see what he did to new Fluttershy? And he thought new Fluttershy was a pushover. No, sweetie, he didn't. We saw the whole thing. We think that you've taken your assertiveness training a little too far. What? You just want new Fluttershy to be a doormat like old Fluttershy. But old Fluttershy is gone. New Fluttershy? Old Fluttershy?
Yeah.
What happened to nice Fluttershy? We want that Fluttershy back.
Okay, so again, that joke... So like I said before, up until the third act, a lot of the humor in this episode is confusing and stupid, but nothing to write home about. And then this happens.
No, you want win Fluttershy. You want pushover Fluttershy. You want to do anything to her and she won't complain Fluttershy. You make Fluttershy keep track of. Make it stop. Things getting too complicated for your simple little brain, Pinkie Pie. Now, stop right there. Let's not let things descend into petty insults. Why not? I thought petty was what you're all about, Rarity, with your petty concerns about fashion. Hey, leave her alone. Fashion is her passion. Oh, and what are you passionate about? Birthday cake? Party hat? I can't believe that the two most friendless ponies in Ponyville are trying to tell new Fluttershy how to live her life when they are throwing their own lives away on pointless pursuits that no pony else gives a flying feather about. Looks like nasty Fluttershy is here to stay. I cannot believe what that monster Iron Will has done to you. Iron Will's not a monster. He's a Minotaur.
All together now, people. Why? How did these writers and creators think this would be funny? And no, I'm not only ripping off the writer reviewer and saying cartoons are suspension of disbelief, but that just comes off as really, really mean-spirited. Not to mention, remember that phrase, character assassination they used in the Super Speedy? Well, this episode takes Fluttershy character, the elements of kindness, and not only assassinated with a sniper bullet through the head, but also broken the wings, burned the bridge, and then buried it all in a 3-block radius. Okay, that wasn't even funny. That was cruel. That was unfunny, mean-spirited, and it gave Fluttershy no reason to latch off as two of her best friends, no less. And, oh, need I forget, they are the ones who suffer the consequences, not the other ponies at the beginning of the episode. Hell, not even Angel deserves that. Hell, not even Angel deserves the punishment that she does. Oh, and it gets much worse, because after that outburst, Fluttershy realizes that it's her fault, and then we get painfully obvious reference that nobody even gives a shit about.
We all said things that we regret.
Okay. So after that's out of the way, Rarity and Piggy try to cheer her up, and then...
You can stand up for yourself without being unpleasant about it.
And then Iron Will shows up.
Ponies is my game.
What a darling little catchphrase.
Your friend Fluttershy loved Iron Will's catchphrases. Word on the street is that she doesn't take no guff from no pony. So, Iron Will is here to collect Iron Will's fee.
Okay, yeah, that's another problem with the episode. Iron Will is a complete twat. Yeah, you heard me. Okay, truthfully, assertiveness training, that's such bullshit. You want to know what he does? He assassinates characters from their previous caricature, and what does he do? He gets them up in a little pizza ball, rips it in half, and then literally burns it all in an incinerator. Here, okay? It's like, oh, you can excuse Fluttershy's behavior through lazy, stupid writing, but him, he's evil. Okay? Why does Iron Will have to hire an assertive programming where he literally teaches ponies how to treat other ponies in the most cruel, unfunny, and mean-spirited ways possible? And it's like, oh, Fluttershy's the one to blame here, and so are Rarity and Pinky, but him, he gets off scot-free. Okay, and Fluttershy finally stands up against him and just says no.
Parents, Pete wouldn't pay nothing. Well, I'm not satisfied.
What do you mean you're not satisfied? Every pony has always been satisfied.
Right. Yeah, until they realize you must have been a gigantic twat and that you would never show up in this series again.
Well, I guess I'm the first then. But since I'm not satisfied, I refuse to pay. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry, but no means no.
No means no, huh? Nobody's ever said that to me before. I gotta remember that one. That's a good catchphrase for my next workshop.
Again, it's like again, Fluttershy's the one to blame for this episode, but Iron Will, despite how much of a complete twit he is, he gets off scot-free. Idiots.
You didn't change at all. You were the same old Fluttershy that we've always loved. But what we missed! Don't worry, old Fluttershy's back for good. I'm sorry I took the whole assertiveness thing too far. Friends?
Yeah, and seeing how you're easily forgiving, does that matter? Where's Twilight, Applejack, and Rainbow Dash in this?
Sometimes it can be hard.
Okay, time for a half-ass moral.
Stand up for myself. And when I first tried it, I didn't like the pony I became. But I've learned that standing up for yourself isn't the same as changing who you are. Now I know how to put my hook down without being unpleasant or mean.
Yeah, because the whole majority of the episode, there's literally almost nobody to like, and you keep wondering who is worse. Angel, a obnoxious little brat of a rabbit who you just want to take a bounce to his backside, right? Iron Will, a guy who basically turns into a talk-down, everyday moron who thinks that beating the shit out of ponies is best way, or Fluttershy for her whole character assassination. And deciding of which one is even more crueler isn't funny. It's just cruel and mean-spirited. So that was putting your hoof down. I know this has been a short review, but screw it. I think the Rise reviewer description of Stanley's cup perfectly explains how I feel about this episode.
There is no doubt this is absolutely the most cruel, mean-spirited, unfunny, dark, twisted, depraved, and disgusting thing to ever come out of Trey Parker and Matt Stone's demented minds.
Yeah, that literally sums up this episode. Like he said, this has been the most cruel episode I have ever come across. Most of the background ponies and the characters for that matter come off like assholes. Fluttershy's character is completely assassinated, shot and left for dead. Iron Will is not only one-dimensional, but also a gigantic cohesive whole. The moral attack and it just comes off as a cruel and basically, this is like the Stanley's Cup of MLP episodes. This is the lowest of low. I don't know why these writers think this would be funny to assassinate a character that is so kind, and then you finally decide to say, screw it, chuck it out the window, but like, we don't care. It's like, oh, she's the one to blame for this, not the Iron Twit. Like, again, it's like basically trying to combine the worst aspects of all the characters throughout the season and then finally throwing them into one. Is that basically the task? Well, congratulations, you assholes. You succeeded with flying colors as this episode gets a D-. Screw this episode. So again, and putting your hoof down it gives Fail a bad name and a D- to go with it. I'm FlipCam Gamer, and I will see you all in It's About Time. Oh, and one last thing. Screw this episode!